I'm Daniel Cheeks.
I'm Adam Brzycki.
We are the Just Reverie.
I play drums, guitar, bass, and piano.
I play viola. I'm learning to play mandolin, play harmonica, and I do vocals. Money is always the issue, I guess. When I wanted to start a band or knew I wanted to start a band, I had something really particular that I wanted to do for it, and I told Adam, I said, there's this old song that I really like, it's my favorite song, and I think it would be a really cool band name. And the line was like in an old, like, Hoagie Carmichael song, like an old jazz standard. It was, the melody haunts my reverie, and I am once again with you when our love was new. And it was always something that stuck in my head. That word reverie just, it doesn't really happen. It's not in our vocabulary anymore. And I think it's pretty pertinent to songwriting because it's, you know, a daydream, something you think about, and something that takes you away to a different place. And I wanted that in our name. I told him, and he said, well, I don't want to be just Reverie.
The band kind of was spurned on by, I think, something that a lot of 17-year-old boys go through, and that's heartbreak. And we kind of went through it at the same time, so it was kind of conducive to us. We were going through a lot of the same things and having a lot of the same kind of feelings and trying to make it as musicians after high school and not really knowing what to do. And so I think it really actually kind of helped us to go through that whole period of time in the end, I mean.
I totally agree. We didn't need to find other bands because we knew what we wanted to do, and pretty much started out from there and just decided to call ourselves a band.
This is Powell Butte. Yeah, it's a nature park here in Portland.
In our neck of the woods.
Yeah.
This is pretty much I guess it's like the only natural area around, so it's kind of just the place that we'd come to practice a lot or had like a surprise birthday party here. You know, just like, it's a good place to hang out if you want to get away from the city, even though we're still in the city. It's just pretty. There's lots of stuff around, and you can see the whole town and all the mountains from here.
I don't know that the fact that we're from Portland really limits us, I don't think. I mean, it seems like it's kind of becoming a little bit more of a spot that kind of gets watched for like music and for artists that are accessible on a wider scale.
Yeah, I mean, Portland, that I know of, hasn't really had like any kind of big scene really. Like Seattle had its grunge day. I mean, to this day, there's still a lot of awesome indie bands coming from there, so it's kind of evolved. But Portland's, I don't know if it has that character yet. It has the potential, though. I think there's no limit at all, really, because Portland's known for being weird. So maybe that's the thing that's coming out of the woodwork, is lots of weird musicians. But I don't think it's limiting at all. Only problems we've really had are making money from it. There's not a lot of
Nobody
places
wants to pay you.
places that will pay musicians. You know, it's just a scratch off the bar or something like that. You know, half the time we might get paid for a gig, and that's part of the arrangement. But it's just kind of the reality of it. Sometimes you don't get paid. That's what limits us, because we have to make music, or we don't have to, but that's what we choose to do. And to continue to proliferate our catalog of music, we have to have, you know, money to record it and stuff.
We're in the process now of working on an LP, and actually when we started it, we got 2 or 3 songs done, and then the third song after we finished that, we just we ran out of money. I mean, landscaping died down for the summer, and the company was kind of going under, so it was really hard during that time, and we just managed to pick it back up after I think like a whole year of not being able to get to it, just because there was no money and there's no time. So.
Of course, in lieu of that, in lieu of recording in the studio, at this point, we've been doing this for long enough that we have our own like stage equipment, so we can make our own demos, we can hash out our own ideas, and that's really what has happened. Is we've had a year where we were kind of broke, and we've just recorded all the back catalog, all the stuff that we've had building up, and we just laid it down in, GarageBand. We use Ableton Live, just these programs to get it recorded somewhere. We used to use our iPhones and use voice memos and just like lay it down however we could, just so we could get the ideas from our heads into something tangible. So there's always something we can do, but money is always the issue, I guess.
It's a day job, but I mean, I do security, so I mean, it kind of lets me do what I want to do when I want to do it, because my schedule changes so much. But I mean, other than that, pretty much I'm fixing my car, writing songs. That's kind of my main drives right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've had jobs in and out since we've been in the band for, the few years that we've been at it. I've done landscaping with him. Both of us did landscaping one summer together while we were making music. And I've repaired computers. I've been doing forestry, but I've always had a job to go back to pretty much. It's just kind of whatever's available, really.
It's been the goal from the very beginning, is just to kind of get our music out there to as many people as possible. And being able to tour down the road and stuff like that would be great. But I mean, right now it's just kind of around Portland, trying to get as many people as possible to kind of just hear us at least once,
Yeah, I always was in a band at all just because I like our music, I want to share it, and because of the fact, the reason we write our music is because it is true, and because the things that, made us write that music in the first place. I think it says a lot about, what people strive to hear. If you hear something on the radio, you might connect to it in a certain way, and it might just help you along that day. It might perk you up a little bit, and I want to be in a position to do the same thing, just help people with the experiences that we've had and be able to share that, and music is kind of the conduit for that. It's the best way to get right into somebody's heart, I think.